we're back here with another 100 turns of this Earth series. Now I'm gonna make a confession. I'm just doing this to pass time so I can go to sleep at a normal time. Jesus Christ, why is everything why is everything enabled? Oh no. I'll deal with it later. Alright, so we're obviously gonna start with a random, and we get Constantinople again. They're gonna union with nobody. And we get Constantinople again, who will have a small split. They union to make themselves stronger, and then they split anyway. Damascus, baby. They're about right here. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, there's a split, but I can't do it, and I can't. No, the game's broken. No, all this progress, and I can't do anything. No. No, man. Come on, hold on. I hate that. I hate that so much. I'll explain in a moment. I'm cutting out everything that just happened. That was 10 minutes. I was filming, and game-breaking bug. That's great. Love that. Alright, so back to the start of this video. Nothing ever happened. Los Angeles is going to continue expanding down here like they did before. They're going to get all of this. We're just going to try to speed run this through, and that's going to piss me off. Constantinople, new leader, cool. Los Angeles, large expansion, they're gonna get this. They're gonna stop at the doorstep of South America. They're gonna get these islands. They're gonna go up into Cuba, get all of this. Jamaica, start getting more of Cuba. They got all of Cuba. They're already doing better than they did previously, and it was much quicker this time. They're gonna start getting the Bahamas. They're gonna get into Hispaniola and almost get all of it. Oh, and then we're sticking with them. They're gonna adopt a religion. Yeah, we're gonna keep them Catholic. Thank you. That's what broke the game, by the way, the adopt religion card. I was trying to fucking make Damascus. Oh, shit, I clicked twice. But anyway, we're going to Rome. They're gonna have a large expansion. So now I gotta do this again. We're just going to speed run. They did this previously. You know what I mean? Oh, wow, that was actually pretty perfect, huh? That was not as perfect. Yeah, look at that. Look at that, they're getting a lot more land than they had previously. You would never know though, because the fucking game broke. Anyway, so we're sticking with Rome. Look at that, they're gonna keep getting this northern area. And yeah, now I can start taking it a little bit slower, huh? They're gonna sail around. What sail? They walk around. Yeah. That's gonna piss me off, that's not realistic, fuck. Oh, and we finally get Pretoria. They collected all of this. But we get a new nation though, so I'm not even going to really complain. Where are we going to put this new nation? We haven't had India before. We get Mumbai, who's going to have this, even though I really should have kept them in this area. Fuck! Alright, well, whatever. They're going to expand across this river. Along this river. Yeah, drinking games. Water. You fucking loser, drink water. No alcoholism in my YouTube channel. Alright, we're going to put Mumbai though. I'm just trying to catch up on everything that happened. And I'm pissed because it broke, and I'm gonna cry, and I'm not gonna cry, I'm not a little bitch. Actually, wait, Mumbai is not this high up. Oh, fuck. Okay, we're just gonna put it here. Bang! Alright, we're gonna go back to Pretoria. I'm gonna let them go again. Okay, cool, I hate this game. We're gonna get Bloemfontein. They do have a little bit of a river civilization. But yeah, they're gonna go down and get all of that. They're gonna get as much as they can get here. Alright, there we go. Bloemfontein is there. Oh, Pretoria though. Since they can't go west anymore, they're gonna do what I tried giving them in the other video, and they went east. Because they had all this, and then they were going east, they were doing really well, but game broke. Anyway, Junior. Oh no, we get another new nation. Actually, you know what? I'm kind of glad the game broke because we're getting so many new nations here. We are going to have the car. This one's going to follow the previous rules. This looks like an animal here. But yeah, this one's going to follow the previous rules that I fucked up for Mumbai and Bloemfontein, but that was not by choice of my own. They're just going to follow alongside this river. I'm still pissed because everything was going great and then the game broke. But whatever, I guess. And we got Dakar finally. Pretoria, new nation. Ooh, let's go. Where were you last video? Before these nations became, you know, and you know, and you know, and you know, Junio. Where was this before? We've had Jakarta before, but they had like a really short lifetime because they were killed almost immediately because they didn't encircle an area the correct way or something. You know, they like encircled the area but left unclaimed land in the middle of it. So they really just had like an unfair chance, basically. So yeah, they're coming back. And they're gonna get a bunch of islands. Gotta give them to somebody. And they're gonna be less violent than that tribe that killed them in the other one. That pixel's gonna piss me off though. Alright, Jakarta is about right there. Alright, here we go! Constantinople is gonna smallly expand. They're gonna get the stuff I tried giving them before. Which is over here. Damn, that's tough. Oh, damn, that's tough. That's gonna piss me off. Los Angeles is gonna mediumly expand. They're gonna get the rest of Hispaniola, Puerto Rico, the Caribbean. Look at that. They're gonna go and get Bermuda. They're gonna get the Florida Keys. And that is it for that. Then they're gonna go and start expanding right here. They're gonna go down south just to meet up with their territory on the other side of the river. And then they're gonna go back up and fill in this area following alongside this river. Alright, we're about at the amount of turns we had before. Cool. And the map is so much different than it was there. So now this makes sense. There we go. And they're gonna go down south here. Damn, alright, there we go. They're gonna go down south. And they're into Lebanon now, almost in Israel. Fontaine is gonna go around this, get that. They're gonna get all of the southern coast before they start moving north. Los Angeles, new nation! We are gonna get Chicago here as they start looping around Lake Michigan. They're gonna get up here, get in this area of the Mississippi River. They're gonna start going down. Okay, I did change the brush size, but it didn't want me to for that, so we kept it the same. But there we go. They're gonna go up and follow this river. Then they're gonna go up here in the Michigan area. They're gonna go down to touch that river, go back into Michigan. They're doing pretty decent already. Chicago. Yeah, sure, we can keep it. Los Angeles. Small split. Let's go. What do I bring in? We're gonna bring in fucking, we got the Maya. They're gonna spawn in Cancun and Mérida. They're gonna get down this Belize coast. They're gonna go into Mexico here. But they're gonna mainly take the land over here. You know, gonna split the Los Angeles territory in half before going down and taking the rest, thankfully. Let's go. Didn't mess that up. And then they're gonna start taking over here. Then they're gonna go over here, start taking like Cuba, Jamaica, Hispaniola, Puerto Rico, the Caribbean, Bahamas, the Keys, and Bermuda. Look at that. And you know what? They're gonna try to storm Mexico City. And they're gonna probably get it. They do. See, the only reason, you know, I'm just randomly drawing instead of trying to follow the geography of the rivers is because I can't see the fucking rivers and I'm too lazy to change Los Angeles' color. But we now have, you know, the Mayans. Capital's gonna be right here. And we go to Los Angeles, who's just gonna allow their territory to be taken. You know, they're all about stolen land. This land has been stolen, so they're just gonna let them have it. You know what I mean? As, you know, the people that say that they should give it back. They're gonna follow this river. They're gonna go up here. They have many choices to go. But yeah, they're pretty big here. New nation! Let's go! We got so many nations now! Let's go! We're gonna get motherfucking Tokyo, just because I want Tokyo. I like Tokyo. I was just about to give them a yellow color, because I don't think we have a yellow color. Like, you can count... Actually, that's green on my screen. It might be yellow on yours. Yeah, we don't have yellow. I was about to give them yellow. And then I realized I probably shouldn't. So we're gonna give them, like, purple. Yeah, that's a lot better, ain't it? Almost get myself canceled there. Tokyo's in this general vicinity. Look at that, we got the samurai. Junio is gonna find... Oh, that's right. I gave them all this area in the other one that got fucked up, and that's gonna piss me off. Mumbai... yeah, but we lost all that, obviously. Mumbai now is gonna... just get this area... Damn. Is gonna get this area. They're gonna go down and make that make sense over there. How do we get over there is a good question. We don't. We'll just say they sailed around right here because it's easy. But they will go down here. Actually, they should go get this first. Alright, those are gonna piss me off, but I'll fix it eventually, maybe. Bloemfontein is gonna keep getting the south here of South Africa, ironically. And yeah, look at that. They're already moving north and moving in east to connect their territory. Yes! We're splitting the big boy, you know? When your empire gets to a certain size, people are very easy to not want to be a part of you. So what do we do here? Now we can use yellow and it's not racist. Salt Lake is becoming independent. Hopefully they are going to get all of this northern area. There we go. And they're going to go up here. Try taking as much of this as possible. Hopefully a lot of it. Damn it! I'll just give them as we go on. And it's not a declaration of war. But what we can do is get rid of Salt Lake City and promote it, baby! Best believe the soonest I can, they're becoming Mormon. Dakar. It's funny because I was about to say Muslim. And then we get Dakar, who is actually Muslim in real life. But they're gonna adopt a religion. And no matter what I pick here, it is going to be offensive to a person from Dakar. So what is the closest? What's closer, Turkey or the Caribbean to Dakar? Alright, so that's about 4,600 kilometers to the Caribbean and about 5,000 to Turkey. So they're going to become Catholic, is what I'm telling you here. Which is about the furthest you can get to accurate, but it was either Catholic or Orthodox. Los Angeles. Give it a moment. There it is. They're gonna have a new leader. Good waste of my fucking time. Pretoria is gonna have a small expansion. Oh, I didn't make Bloemfontein a capital. I'll do that in a moment. Misspell that? Probably. I think it's fine. Junio is gonna continue getting what they had previously before the game fucked itself and me at the same time. Los Angeles, fucking stop wasting my time. Junio, oh, you're gonna have a small split. And guess what? Damn. I'm also gonna give them as we go on. This is not like war. Because I'm too lazy to simulate war in this one. Because I'm gonna want to bookmark every single fucking thing. I'm gonna be here for 5 hours. So, you know, Rome is gonna largely expand. They're gonna keep getting this northern part of Finland, going down and getting towards the south. They definitely have Helsinki now. Yeah, there's no nice way of doing this, like following rivers, because I mean, look at that fucking thing. Anchorage is going to mediumly expand. They're going to take this land. Where I want to give them up to is like here. So, yeah, that's going to look like shit, but whatever. Chicago is going to keep expanding down in Michigan. They finally get to that river. They got the Toledo Strip. Pretoria is going to have another small split. We got a micronation here, which means that we can get rid of that. And now we have Richard in Richard Bay. Chicago's up. They're going to largely expand. They're going to go down here, because why not? They're going to get the rest of Indiana in here. I don't know why they're not prioritizing Illinois, but maybe they don't even want it. And look at this go. Damn, that's tough. How do you even get to that point? You don't. Oh no, you have to go all the way around the long way, whatever. They're gonna now start colonizing Illinois. Look at that, that was perfect though, weirdly. They're gonna start going around here, getting into Ohio even more so than they already were. Pretoria is gonna have a small expansion. They're just gonna outright kill Richard. Just for fun. So that was a whole waste of time. Hold on, give me a moment. Bang, okay. Like nothing ever happened. Rome is gonna union With who, you wonder? Well, fucking nobody. Like, I don't want to keep the Constantinoples. The car is too far, they don't even know they exist. Pretoria and all that down there, Mumbai, and they don't know they exist. So they're gonna just union with themselves. If I can find a place where I can click. Jesus Christ. There we go. Get to car. Look at that. I get to smallly expand. They're looking pretty nice. Anchorage is gonna largely expand. They're gonna finally get the land that I want them to get. Up to here. Even though I should give them, like, up to this point. I will. And that's a good border, yeah. Junio now has to go up this way to expand, and they're pretty much stuck, and then they would have to cross a river. Portland is gonna expand here. Also, yeah. Oh, this is... Yeah, I didn't do this in this one because that was the other one. I gave them all of this. And then I told them to expand elsewhere. So let's do that. Look at that. Back like I never left. That looks like an R wall. Salt Lake is going to smallly expand. They're going to get some more of this land. And, yep. They're going to get a little bit more. I do want to go around that river. And then I'm probably done. The Maya, they're going to go up to this river, and then they're done. Taken from Mexico, at least. Now the Mayans will start colonizing more islands here. And they will start heading into South America. First one to make foot in South America. And they're going to run into a mountain range almost immediately. You know, they're going to cross a river because it's safer than climbing this fucking mountain. They're going to get into Ecuador area. Down towards Peru. But they're still in Ecuador. They're gonna go follow this, cross this river and up. Yeah, I mean, it's not a fun place to be. Maya again, okay, they're gonna keep going into Colombia and then eventually Venezuela. They're gonna get as much flat land as possible. They're gonna keep crossing rivers because it's easier to do than climbing a mountain, again. I want them to get all that, but whatever. Chicago is gonna smallly expand. They're gonna go all the way down there. Start getting the rest of Ohio. Now they have pretty much all of it. They're gonna move into Pennsylvania now. And yeah, that's about it. Bloemfontein is gonna continue collecting all of this. And they're gonna get most of it, but not all of it. Then we get the Maya, who's gonna largely expand. They're gonna get this little area here. They're gonna cross over this river. They're gonna go over this way. Did the Mayans like mountains over flatland, or flatland is over mountains? I wish I can see what's underneath that. And then they're gonna start braving this mountain range. They're gonna say, we're not pussies. Our mama did not raise a bitch. So they're gonna brave the mountain range. And make their territory look slightly more connected. You know what I mean? And then they realize, oh hey, more flatland. Fuck the mountain range. And they realize it's not that much flatland. But we'll take it. We'll just like slide across this mountain. And we'll be fine. Junio is going to union. Did we just get rid of Anchorage? Did I just waste all my time with Anchorage? Did we just get rid of it? We just get rid of Anchorage here. Like it never happened. We'll just say that it like annexed it or something. 91 years old they are, fucking old bitch. Bloemfontein is going to found a religion. I'd be shocked if they follow anything but Christianity. Yeah, they're predominantly Christian. I guess they are mainly Protestant down there. So they become Protestant. What religions do we have? We just gotta give it a moment to load fully. Alright. So we got Protestant down here. Orthodox, Catholic, Atheist. And that's it. Almost halfway done. Mumbai! Haven't seen you in a while. You went Mumbai. They're just gonna keep getting these areas down here. I'd definitely change brush size, but whatever. Not the size that matters. They're gonna go down the southern coast, all the way to the, you know, literal southern tip. And then they're gonna go over to Sri Lanka and pretty much get every single bit of it. Then they're gonna go over to what I believe is the Maldives, or whatever the fuck that's supposed to be. Then they're gonna go up and follow alongside this river. You thought I forgot. No. No, we don't forget here. Then we go over to Los Angeles, who's gonna have a small expansion. Where they will just go this way. And they're gonna get this area up here, hoping it leads them to the promised land. Which, I mean, you gotta go a little bit more in this direction to get there, and south. Dakar. Yes! Which one do they do? We get Sunni Islam. Now Dakar feels like Dakar instead of Catholicism. Come on. Tokyo, I completely forgot you were here. Shintoism. Look at that, we got Shintoism. Maya. They're gonna try to union with who? Los Angeles? You think that's gonna work? They're bigger than Pretoria. I wish you had the union. Imagine they had the union. I can get rid of Bloemfontein and make them united again. But no. They're gonna go up to this river, stop at it, but get pretty much all the flatland alongside this river. Bloemfontein, they're gonna found a religion. Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We get Tokyo again. They're gonna have a large expansion. They're gonna finally get the rest of this northern island. They're getting these islands up here. Stop right there. Now they're gonna get that island too. They're gonna go over here, get Osaka, and get on Nut Island. Then we go over to Dakar, who's gonna largely expand, get Cape Verde. Then they're gonna go down south here into Sierra Leone and then Liberia. They're gonna stop at the river, as usual. And they kind of look like Kermit the Frog on steroids. They're still okay. No, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Still Sunni Islam. Give it a moment. Okay, there we go. Rome is going to smallly expand. They're going to keep getting Finland. You know, they pretty much got all of Finland. They're going to start moving into Russia. Don't ask me why they're over here. There we go. Yeah, I mean, Rome kind of really expands. I don't know why they're not going this way. Actually, I think all the rivers block them from going east, so that's why they went up north. Even though they had to cross a part of water there. Portland is going to largely expand, though. They're going to go this way. Get pretty much all of this area. And then start moving up here. Stop at that river. And then they're going to realize, hey, maybe we should not be going up this way. Because we have this entry path to get to, like, the good stuff. So they're going to start taking that. And they're going to move around. Get these areas. They're going to stop at the river. They can wave to Salt Lake now. From this side. I mean, look at them. They're doing pretty good. I still don't think they have the big cities in Alberta. Tokyo is going to have a small expansion. They're going to get the rest of Nut Island. They're going to get the rest of this island. And then they're going to start moving over here. Tsushima. They're going to move down into this Owl Island. Jakarta. Let's go. Almost forgot you existed. They finally get that pixel. They're going to get up here. Yeah, they're doing pretty decent. Blends in with the water a little too much, but who cares? Maya is going to adopt a religion. Do they want to stay Catholic, you wonder? Well, I mean, about all you can do. Catholicism by far is obviously the biggest religion. It's over 20,000 pixels. Junio is going to smallly expand. Hold on, give it a moment. Okay, there we go. They're going to finally clear this area and then start moving up here. They're going to follow alongside the river. There we go. The Maya are going to mediumly expand. They're still being a little bit of pussies, and then they realize, ah, shit, well, we can't really do much else. So they're gonna start braving the mountains again. Very, very scary mountains. And they're just doing this to make their borders look nicer as well. They're border merchants. And they're gonna go up this river. They're gonna find some flatland. It's like, hey, we like this. You know what I mean? This is what we know. And that's what we like. Thank you, appreciate that. Then they're gonna go up here because they ran out of flatland, but whatever. We go to Junio, who will smallly expand. They're gonna go down here, get this southern area, which helps them loop around if they really so badly want it. Damn, 1 pixel gone. Constantinople, finally. They're gonna start claiming what I gave them before. This is the country that broke it as well. Before the game broke. Maybe I should have got rid of Constantinople when Rome got that union. Now that I think about it. Damn, those 2 pixels are supposed to be over here. Tokyo, new leader, cool. Mumbai, adopt a religion. Well, what's the closest religion? Shintoism? I mean, I'm still zooming out and I didn't see it for a while. I'll measure it. Alright, Turkey's about 3,000 kilometers away. Yeah, Japan's way further. They're becoming Orthodox. Just wait for it to come up like a printer. But the reverse way. There we go. Orthodoxy is spread to India. Then we go to Rome. We just gotta give it a moment. There we go. Large expansion. They only had that one split and that was it. They're gonna start moving towards the Baltics into Estonia. They're gonna sail around that river for some reason. I don't know why, don't ask me. But you know, they're trying to get home as quick as possible because Mom made some cake. And Mom makes the best cake. So they really want Mom's cake. No, wait a minute. Yeah, we're just gonna stop talking. And they have made it home. So now they do have some sort of connection. They're building bridges to make it easier so you don't have to go all the way around and all the way back. You know what I mean? But they are gonna make this a little bit thicker. To make it a little bit easier. That's gonna piss me off. Salt Lake is up. They're gonna largely expand. I do want them to get around here, and they're gonna get the rest of up here, and they're gonna get here, and that's about it. Actually, this river right here. Oh no, they do have the connection right there. So yeah, they can start doing whatever else. They're gonna cross the river here and start going into Canada. They're going up and around. And they're gonna run into... Oh, I didn't even know they had that here. So now that makes sense, at least. They're almost gonna run into Portland. They're gonna have some border conflicts there, but whatever. Dakar gives us a new nation. Thank you. You know what? For my favorite Australian wrestler. I think you already know what this is if you watch the Oceania Emu video. This is Adelaide, baby. Just take a wild shot in the dark who my favorite Australian wrestler from Adelaide is. It's not who you think it is. Tokyo. It's going to largely expand. They're going to get the rest of this southern island. They're going to get over here. And then they're going to start claiming these islands. They're going to create a Pacific Empire yet again. And hope it doesn't go as bad as the last one. And honestly, the last time they started claiming these islands, anything from that island up there, did not end well for them either. They're going to even land in Taiwan. On the turntables. They're going to go down towards those islands of the Philippines, but then they're going to start colonizing Korea, because old habits die hard. Yeah, I mean, what else are they going to do? This island I'm going to try to keep on colonized. Rome, never mind. I'm running out of place to put stuff, because big, you know what I mean? Like, I have this whole part of Africa, but, like, nobody really cares. I have this whole thing, but, like, name me the city right here. You couldn't. I have this, but when I don't know. What do I do? What are we doing in Bangkok? Only the realists will know that one. Yeah, we basically have Bangkok here. This is probably the ugliest color I could have chosen, by the way. And I acknowledge that. But I'm not going to change it. Because if I change this color, then I have to change Los Angeles. And I don't want to do that. Because I'm too lazy. Look at that, we got Bangkok. Bloemfontein, are they going to finally do what South Africa, or sorry, Pretoria did in the last attempt at this? No, they won't. Damn. Failure. Pretoria, though, will mediumly expand. They're going to keep getting this flat land along this river. That's going to piss me off. That Adidas logo. Adidas. Yeah. Adelaide is going to keep expanding. They look like an anteater almost. Tokyo is going to, you know, keep doing what they do best, and that's colonizing Korea. I mean, that's about all the successful stuff they have done in the last 100 years, having Korea. They haven't really done much else. They are now moving also into Russia and China. Junio is going to mediumly expand. They're going to get this northern area as much as I can give them. Damn, that's tough. Oh, they finally get that 1 pixel. They're going to sail across here, and that's going to piss me off. Constantinople. Never mind. Maya, oh help me God if you keep wasting turns. I'm not looking forward to adding all the cities. I just remembered I had to do that. We go to Rome. I should have waited. It's gonna break, isn't it? Okay, no, it's fine. Rome is gonna keep thickening their bridges, you know what I mean, as they get over here. They're gonna find a way to, you know, get down here though, so they can connect up to that, make that make sense, and connect up to that, and they have a way that you can walk from here to here. But they gotta start colonizing the center area, but they're not gonna get it all in this one turn, because why would they? That looks like Lapras. Los Angeles, oh my god, they've had like 3 in this one video. Monterrey, baby. Kicking Los Angeles out of Mexico 1 split at a time. I'm gonna let them get as much as they want. I'm not gonna stop them. They can get as much as they want. Yeah, that's gonna piss me off. Yeah, I wish they didn't have that. Fuck! Alright, well, I could probably fix that later. Anyway, we're gonna get rid of Monterey. And replace it with Monterey. Next up is Los Angeles. Oh my god. Matter of fact, La Paz in Baja California is becoming independent. They're gonna get all the way up until Mexicali. They're not gonna get San Diego, but they will sail across for some reason. I should not have done that, but whatever. They're gonna do it anyway. And they're gonna get up until down here. Look at them go. They're gonna get up to Tucson, but not in Tucson. I think that's a decent split. Now we get rid of La Paz and replace it with La Paz. And we get Jakarta next. Medium expansion. I'm just gonna let them color shit in. They almost got all that island. Tokyo is gonna do what they do best, and that's colonizing China. I am not gonna be allowed into China. Ever. Not that I want to, though. I don't like planes. They looked at me funny when I was a child. They called me a slur. We go over to the Mayas, who is, you know, still growing some balls every now and then. Look at them go. They got that. They're gonna go over here and get this. That's gonna piss me off, but whatever. Rome is gonna found a religion. They're gonna follow Roman mythology. They finally have something. La Paz is gonna mediumly expand. So they're gonna wage war on Monterrey. Just for fun. So they're gonna take Chihuahua away. They're gonna go down, get all this area. They're gonna go down here, start storming towards Durango, while also changing the tide of the front lines everywhere. So yeah, I mean, we finally got a war. Can't say that we didn't get a war. Rome is gonna mediumly expand, finally clear that Lapras out. They're gonna do this and that just for fun, really. And then they're gonna go down here, continue to expand. They're gonna do this first and build their way around it. Now you can walk from here all the way up there. And they're gonna go down. Yeah, they pretty much got all of Poland now. They're going into Slovakia and all that. Mumbai is gonna largely expand. They're doing pretty decent here for a newcomer. They're gonna get all of that southern area. And then they're gonna get up here. Damn. We go to Pretoria, who's gonna largely expand, finally clear that Adidas logo. They're gonna do a whole lot of this. Going to go up and around. Bring it around town. They're gonna get up to this river and go alongside it. Never mind. We go over to Rome, who's gonna mediumly expand. Who does a whole lot of getting land. You know what I mean? The Romans, they know how to get land. They're gonna go down into Slovakia. They're gonna go down here into definitely Serbia. They're gonna go around, make that make sense over there. And yeah, that's gonna piss me off. I'm a lot more sloppy here, but that's only because I'm pissed that it fucked up the save on the other thing, like 20 turns in. Anyway, we get the car. Who's gonna mediumly expand, keep going over here. Go up there, go up here as well. Yeah, Dakar is making a nice little West African empire. Monterrey is gonna fight back by, you know, pushing them back, going through the little area there, you know, storming towards Chihuahua. And we got 4 more turns. Mumbai is gonna smallly expand, means that they're just fucking bitch. Monterrey is gonna clear out that area. They're gonna keep storming towards Chihuahua and take it back. And then they're gonna try to clear out this area from Chihuahua. Or sorry, from, what are you again, La Paz? And they're gonna clear out that area as well. Rome is gonna get a new nation. They're gonna get Lagos. They have like a number 1 here. Is that foreshadowing? They're gonna get all alongside these rivers. And they're already starting a nice little empire. They're gonna get into Togo Benin area. I don't know which one's which. And they're gonna place down their capital of Lagos. And then for the last turn we get Bangkok, and that's a great last turn. Sick. I'll see you in like 30 years after I finish placing cities. And that is it. Officially, that one is it. All these cities, I definitely missed some. I don't really care. Look how many cities there is. All right, look at this. There's a lot of fucking cities. You're just gonna have to deal with it. All right, that's gonna be it for these 100 turns. I don't know what that was about. I'll see you guys in the next 100 turns. Zayna, peace out. See you guys.